Well, well, well. Look who it is. It's me. On day 155 of Road to 345. Good little day. Hit the biceps, hit the triceps, hit the abs, hit the cardio bike. Not very much. Very simple day. Get in, get out. Saw my buddy Josh, chopped it up for a little bit. Oh wait, actually, I did stretch. How surprising, huh? I stretched for about 15 minutes after, stretched the back, stretched the hips, the quads, all the good stuff. But yeah, like I already said, not much to hit on today. Pretty simple. What I will touch on though is my lovely meeting this morning with Coach Dadbod Prime, otherwise known as, or also known as Bobby Thompson. You can look him up. Former strongman, deadlifting well over 900 pounds, absolute animal. I was on a call with him this morning to go over my deadlift. And let's just say that man is an absolute gem of a human being. I really enjoyed my talk with him. We were supposed to talk for 30 minutes. We ended up talking for an hour and 15 minutes. It was really nice. He kind of broke down a lot of the different things that I could improve on. Why it's good to improve on the certain things. And then he gave me some really good cues, gave me some exercises to address the low compensations that I have. Overall, great experience. Glad I went through and did that. The main two takeaways for me is just to work on kind of retracting my scapula a bit more so my back's a bit more stable. And I'm not progressively rounding my mid back or my lumbar spine as I'm pulling the weight off the ground. That's one big point. And then another big point is try to do a little bit of a better job with bracing. Just brace a little bit. I don't know if saying bracing harder is the right term, but I'm just gonna say bracing a little bit harder. The scapula is a big thing. We touched on how because my scapula aren't fully retracted and I'm not getting into the most stable position, my chest will kind of round, and it makes the lift harder for me. It makes me the bar's gonna have to travel further than it actually needs to because of that extra here to there, that extra rounding here. That's more that's power leakage. And all this whole conversation really fired me up because it's like, well, for me personally, it fired me up because he was saying like, oh, you address this, like PRs will come. This is something that like, this is a simple, I guess a relative, not, I wouldn't say a simple fix, but it's a fix that will it's a fix that will make a significant difference. I think that's a better way to put it. And yeah, it fired me up because it's just like, I know that that 500 is gonna fall. We addressed the scaps. Well, I think even if I hadn't addressed the scaps, 500 was gonna fall. But we addressed the scaps, 500 will fall, and we're gonna be looking even further. We're gonna be looking at our kingdom. It's far away, but it's not unachievable to get there. So that part fired me up. And then secondly, just talking to the guy fired me up because he is so freaking passionate about what he does. you could just see it by how he articulates himself, the expressions that he has, just kind of how he talks with I guess just with me. It's only my experience. And if I could say, oh, he's just putting like on a show or being fake because it's like he's my coach, but I don't buy that. I don't even like want to entertain that idea because of how genuine he seemed. And it's just like that energy is infectious. And this is coming from a guy that's at the very, or I'll still say he's at the very top, even though I believe he's retired. Someone that trained with freaking Brian Shaw, a lot of other elite strongmen. He was telling me a story about how he would talk with Ed Cohn. If you don't know about Ed Cohn, absolute animal power lifter. But yeah, he was so fired up just to talk about it. I told him I was a kinesiology major, and he literally started like jumping in his seat, clapping, because he was like excited to really like go into a deep dive about all this stuff with the deadlift and the mechanics and I guess the functions of like your adductors and your abductors in the deadlift, your function of proper feet positioning, your function of the proper distribution of pressure in your feet, the concept with the scapula and how it's a lot more stable, because if you're retracting your scapula and you're stacking it up against your rib cage, it's two stable bones against one each other. I don't know, but basically it's just nice and stacked. You're not losing power by pushing them into each other. I could go on and on about how that shit fires me up. I'll always say that positive energy is contagious, man. Bro made my day. Guy's an absolute animal, and gets so like humble and very I've already said genuine, but there's like a grace to him, like a gentle giant, and it was just really cool just to be a part of, just to have that conversation with him. I'll probably touch back with him when I've made the adjustments, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I guess the takeaway from today is, if you're really passionate about something and you could funnel those passions into a very positive attitude, and that attitude becomes infectious, and it could really positively affect other people. Because although I'm very into exercise science, I'm very into training, I might not be as into the deadlift specifically, or the like strongman specifically, but his passion for it makes me interested in it. It makes me appreciate it that much more, because he's kind of he's articulating it and expressing it in a way that all people can appreciate, that all people can understand. And yeah, that's I think that's, away from all the deadlift tips, I think that was something really valuable that I could take away just from that interaction with him. Being well-spoken, being articulate, being passionate, and just overall just being a good person. Kindness always wins. And that stuff if I could carry that over with my own passions and positively affect other people in the way that I felt like he affected me today, I think I'll live a pretty good life. Not that I'm already not living a good life, but be stacking a lot of good days doing stuff like that. But anyways, I've been yapping for a while. You guys are probably well past my lift, but if you're still watching, I appreciate the support from you guys as always. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to stay freaky. Keep getting after it. All right, peace out, guys.